We are doing it. We are doing big things for 2023. This is for you, ride guides and ride leaders. I've listened to your feedback. I've listened to the rider survey, and we are leveling up for 2023. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, if you say yes to this mission, we're going to have at least t-shirts or jerseys so they could identify us properly. Secondly, I have went ahead and put all of the routes with some new variations specifically in a collection of, and I labeled it A through F, and it has the major intersections, so we clearly know where everybody's going, what we're doing, so that way we try not to deviate from one of those 6 options, and clearly worked on figuring out how to define spicy and jazzy. It's not only by pace, but it's also by route. So if you're going to be doing average 13 plus, even if you hit high 16s, because you will hit that coming down, if you're going to be averaging about 13 or more, that's spicy, at least for a weekend crew on this particular type of route. And if you cross any kind of major intersection like Harrell Parkway or 79, or kind of flow through Kalahari, that requires a different level of rider skills, and therefore that automatically goes into the spicy category. So I've created slightly different spin-off variations of the main route, kept a lot of the favorites that we've been grown accustomed to, but that way everybody could bring up their whole self, they can know the route ahead of time, and we are requiring them to sign waivers or RSVP, and all the links will be emailed out in advance if they are RSVP. And if they don't RSVP in advance, part of the signing the waiver is as soon as they check in, they'll do that. We kept wheels down at 6:30, so check in or prep times between 6 and 6:15. Wheels down at 6:30, so I guess rider briefing is about 6:20, 6:25. I did contemplate changing the location. I was looking at over there by Walgreens to hit that other end of the trail because that's just a nicer, wider, straight shot. And you had Pollo Rico or El whatever over there. At least you had access to bathrooms. But in the evening, that thing was bumping when I went and checked it out one Friday. I was like, oh, this is not safe. And we could always park by Bluebonnet or VFW. But there's no guarantee to bathrooms. And I think we should have access to bathrooms. We should just have access to bathrooms. So I did create one route, clearly, kind of going through there, call it chilled route. I did find a route off the trail here that didn't have a lot of climbing. I actually even called it the chill ride, no climbing. So look over, let me know. If you go out and ride it, please let me know and give me some feedback. Like today, I rode one going through all the way down through Kenny Fort Legends and then hit the new subdivision Homestead, and then I connected straight into Old Settlers. Didn't even have to go up to Old Settlers Parkway. But I didn't like when you hit 79, now you have those 3 lanes and the lane furthest to the right goes right, and so you have to move. If you have 6 riders, 8 riders, and you're not riding in a peloton, that could be tough. So I think I might reverse it. So those little subtle things that while we're in the off season, oh my God, I didn't even tell you. It's going to start back up April 20th to September 14th. So we have some clear dates. So the calendar's already been put up every Thursday. And I also contemplated about changing where we park over to the other side where they have the long parking. And you're actually a little closer to the bathroom. I know we like the Deer Haven hill to bomb up and down, and this has kind of been our spot, but just looking for any improvements that we could make or to make things easier, because we kind of hidden back here and I like it, but for new folks it's not that easy always to find, even when you give them maps and instructions. And I don't know if maybe we need balloons and cannons, I don't know. So that's what to expect for 2023. If you're interested in continuing to ride with us and will lend us your talents, I would love for you to say yes. We are looking at cycling jerseys with and without sleeves. Nothing too fancy, nothing too custom, but just so they can recognize us. Or I've been watching World Cup. Maybe we need an armband. Armband that says captain. Anyway, just kind of letting you guys know that I was thinking about you, and I'm doing things to help us level up, and also to bring, even though they're weekly rides, at the end of the season, I guess it's a few months ago, we got a couple sponsors to donate some things. Athletic Brewing, Red Horn, so we could level up and enrich our experiences. And here's another thing. I know this is a long video. The reason why I wanted to move from here was because a couple times towards the end of the season, we got caught by the train. And now they have this big building up here in the corner. So I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm keeping my eye on it. And if we do, then I will shift it. And it's just about a half-mile difference. But Brass Tap is too busy and too crazy. But right next door to Brass Tap, there's the La Cantina. The drinks are better. The drinks are cheaper. And they got chips on the table. So I've designated an after-ride spot, La Cantina. Not everybody like Mexican, but at least they have outside seating and inside seating. It's a lot easier to kind of fit a larger group of us than in Brass Tap, unless you go to the beer garden. Beer garden in the spring is very busy. So there's that. So we got La Cantina. So that's brews and chips afterwards. You have La Cantina. And then the alternative is, I'm looking if there's a problem here with this new building that they're building right on top of the railroad. There's a deer in Round Rock. You see the deer? You see it? Right there. I never knew there was deers in downtown Round Rock at Brushy Creek. So maybe I need to put that on the on the flyer. Where'd he come from? All right, guys. I think I've babbled enough. This is about a 7-minute video. That's what it says, 7-minute. Any questions, let me know. The sizing for the jerseys, that's probably a question, is unisex. Designs are pretty worked on. It's not going to be that great of a expensive quality. We are trying to get it donated or get it for real cheap. So I just want to set right expectations for there. It's still, we won't call the ride Tanks and Tennis Shoes. That's a mouthful. Thinking about calling it just Thursday Social Group Ride or Round Rock Social Group Ride, so that we could kind of own the spot and own the space, and it'd be a lot easier to people to identify. I think we have enough people with enough good vibes to understand this is a pretty chill ride, come as you are. And we have enough people to realize that whether you come looking like Tour de France or you just come like you ready to do a class at Body Pump, that you could get in when you could fit in. Still be all white, all bikes welcome. I think that's really it. Oh, I'm just asking on the first ride, I forgot. Okay. Enough.